All right, so let me do my quick little spiel here. So we're doing Curse of Strahd. This is what, sixth session, and we do this every Thursday at 3:30. Of course, we didn't. It's more like 4 now. I'm Lex Starwalker. I host and produce the Game Master's Journey podcast, and got some players with us today that I'll introduce in a second. I want to send a big thank you to Mike Schlee for our beautiful maps that you'll see tonight. And you can check the description below the video and get a link to the maps if you want them for your campaign. And you know what? I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. We have a new player tonight, Doug. So we'll save Doug for last. So Steve, tell us who you are and tell us about your character.
I am Steve. Last time I checked, I am playing Serenity, a high elf princess from Faerun world. Very arrogant and mean at times. She's a bladesinger.
Awesome. Nathan?
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm Nathan. I do nothing on the internet except spout bad opinions on random forum posts. I play Guardsman Finn. He is a fighter / warlock who has been cursed by some weird entity that likes to hide on the other side of doors and stuff. And I make things die sometimes. Bit unhinged.
And Craig.
All right, I'm Craig. I am playing Naevin, a Wood Elf Ranger Rogue, who has strong opinions about the unnatural world and people disliking or disparaging against natural things.
Fur is murder.
Fur is murder.
All right, and joining us for the first time today is Doug. Feel free to plug anything you have to plug, Doug, and tell us about your character.
Well, hey guys, I'm Doug. I do a lot of basically fantasy art in my spare time when I'm not playing D&D. If you guys ever go on Reddit, you've probably seen some of it. I am playing Mule. He's a paladin that came into his powers at the ripe old age of 52 years old. Nice. After his essentially farming village was attacked by vampire minions. His wife was killed in the encounter, and in an effort to basically defend whoever he could round up and hide inside a chapel to Fionetha, he prayed to her, and of course the goddess of agriculture hates all things pestilence, including undeath. Yeah. So she granted him basically the power to defend the village. So he kind of stamped out the undead minions, and then went and found his wife's body, and then swore vengeance against all vampires everywhere forever. So not the retirement that he had pictured. He basically handed off his farm to his 2 sons and struck out on the road as a paladin to basically carry out Fionetha's will and kill all the vampires that he could find. I have a illustration of him that I did. I'm posting it in the chat now. And you can see that my avatar is his, just his face portrait.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So not a typical origin story for a paladin. Kind of like the humblest of origins. So he's kind of he's farmer. He can't read. He doesn't have his letters, you might say. And he's not the smartest bushel in the pack, but he's got a good heart. He's lawful good, and he really cares about helping people, as all paladins should.
That's very
awesome.
Nice. Great.
Awesome.
Art.
Thank you.
I'm looking for an artist. We have to talk.
And we also have John, who plays Kismet, the human lore bard. And John will be joining us later today, hopefully. So, the story so far, Mule has not come into the story yet. But as far as everyone else, you were out traveling somewhere in the Forgotten Realms and I believe it was in the Misty Forest, appropriately enough. The strange mist came in, and when it rolled out again, you were in the strange land of Barovia, and you went to the village of Barovia. You went into this old haunted house and ended up defeating a huge shambling mound. Oh, I just lost everybody.
Yeah, we're here. We're just invisible. We'll come back.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm podcasting. And you dealt with
There we
that,
are.
and you went to the small tavern in Barovia, and you met what's his name, Ismark, who told you about his sister Irina, who is being stalked by Strahd, who you know is the lord of this land. He's also a vampire, and he has visited Irina twice and bitten her twice. And he was besieging the burgomaster's house, because she's the daughter of the burgomaster, which is like the mayor of the town, every night with wolves and vampires and everything. This led to the burgomaster himself dying of fright and stress. So you guys agreed to help Ismark get Irina out of Barovia and try to get her someplace safe from Strahd. And you guys headed to the town of Vallaki and stayed at the Blue Water Inn, where you found out they were having problems with their latest wine shipment. And, you know, wine is pretty important here in Barovia. So you decided to go check that out. And you went to the winery and proceeded to engage with something like, what was it, like 30 blights or something, or
Quite a few.
12?
We killed a lot of them.
Yeah, I think it was 30. It was like 6 groups of 5. And things got a little hairy. But with some help from the Malkoviches, who are the people that were here at the winery making wine before these evil druids came in and ousted them, they came in and helped you a little bit, as well as, strangely, some flocks of ravens helped you as well, which is bizarre. And then you proceeded to explore some of the winery. Actually, let's go over to that. And you discovered within these huge fermentation vats. There you had a pitched battle with an evil, crazy druid and a bunch more blights. During the course of the battle, Serenity threw a, what was it, shatter spell? That wreaked much havoc among the blights and the druid, but also destroyed the 2 middle vats. And just to remind you guys, because I think that's pretty much where we stopped, was at the end of that encounter. You guys did see this druid pouring something into one of the vats that looked pretty nasty. And I think at this point, you guys have pretty much explored the first floor of the winery. You have found stairs going up, and you have found stairs going down, presumably to a basement. And you also found the Sun Sword. And in between sessions, there's been much going back and forth of who's going to have the Sun Sword. And I believe the final decision is Serenity is taking it. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I believe what had happened is you guys had rested for 2 hours, during which time Kismet identified the sword and then proceeded to attune to it because he was going to take it. Is that right? I think that's right.
Yeah.
So let's say that since and kind of some of this changed because Doug joined the crew, and John was going to kind of become more of a fighter, but since we have a paladin now, he decided that he'd stick with Bard. So let's go ahead and say that Kismet identified the sword originally and told you guys kind of what was up with it. And Serenity decided that she was going to take it. And so that second hour, Serenity identified the sword. So at this point, you can't use it yet because you haven't attuned. So if you want to wait another hour, you can attune to it, but you know what it is and how it works and all that good stuff. And as far as Mule, you were out in the realm somewhere, traveling from one adventure to another, or from one saving of innocents or slaying of vampires to another. And kind of a similar thing happened to you. You were camped for the night and this strange thick fog rolls in. And when it rolls out again, you're someplace totally different. You're standing at the edge of this mountainous forest, and ahead of you, you see this large building in the middle of this vineyard, which is the winery. And just to save time, we will say that you have gone in and kind of knocking on doors. Hello, is anybody home? And these guys who were kind of just chilling while Serenity was meditating with this sword heard you and let you in. And so you guys are meeting for the first time now. What do you do?
Well, first I extend my hand and greet him. So Serenity is an elf, right?
Yes, she is a sun elf.
Okay, well, in that case, I greet him in Elfish, since I can speak it.
Awesome.
And I ask where we are, because, I was camping in the mists, heading to basically the Sword Coast, and this doesn't look like the Sword Coast.
Truly, it is another one that has been captured by the fog. Do we know for sure where we are?
Barovia.
Yeah, this
Barovia,
land is called
where
Barovia.
Is Barovia?
Yeah, you don't.
That we
have no
haven't figured
idea.
out yet.
Truly is the question.
You
come
do
from
know
the
it
Sword
is not on Faerun. You are in another world entirely. You know that.
You also
Do we
come
know
from
that?
a realm so
Yes.
old that they have been forgotten. Sorry, John, you're not here.
Yeah, I
Sounded
think
better when you said it.
Yeah, man, I don't have the delivery.
I think between the Vistani you guys have talked to and also Rictavio, who is also from another world, though a different one than you guys are, that at this point you understand that you are in a different world.
Finn was speaking poetically, but yeah. Do we really know where we are?
Like a metaphorical sort of philosophical way.
Yeah.
We are just on a journey.
That's right. That's right.
Well, nice thing about Mule is that he's not really smart enough to understand the implications of that, so he just kind of takes it all in stride.
I like
And you have a donkey with you, right?
I do.
Okay.
Named
Don't-
Darling.
Okay.
Darling.
And also there is another character with the party that I forgot to mention named Fionetha, who is a moon elf and seems to kind of stick close to Serenity's side. She is lightly armored. I think she's wearing like leather armor, and she carries a sword and a longbow and doesn't really look like super warrior type, but
And Mule would, as Finn addresses him, would make notice of the fact that Finn is a 5'11" half elf who weighs maybe 130 pounds, and he carries a sword over his shoulder that is almost as big as he is. It looks impossible for a guy his size to swing that thing.
It looks impossible for you to swing that thing. But no, my character very much likes elves, since they kind of align with Shantia quite a bit in terms of, promoting life, things that grow, that kind of thing.
Well, the party's all elves. So good.
And you'll find that my character does not like humans. So. Very well,
16 charisma, you don't have a choice.
You'll like him
sure
and you'll like it.
I'm sure Serenity would just sneer the hell out of Mule. He's some kind of farm bumpkin.
Yeah, she
He's
just kind
totally a
of blew him
farm
off
bumpkin.
anyways when he walked in and just went back to doing her own thing.
Looks up. Oh, that's not something we're killing. Looks back down.
Yeah. Just like, oh, another human. Great.
Serenity only pays attention when she's killing something or using a mage hand to open a door.
Or stuffing a drape
Or
into her
berating
bag.
another party member for making a bad choice.
Oh, I've been on that end.
I know.
Oh yeah, and something to clarify, the red X's show the 2 vats that were destroyed, and the one on the far right with the black X, that one you guys notice is actually cracked. There's a big crack in the side. You can kind of see it in the illustration, and so it can no longer hold wine. And there's like a sticky mess on the floor where the wine spilled out and then dried. It's pretty nasty.
What about this one that's filled with Raven?
Yeah, that is the one that is still intact and has wine in it.
Is that the one that evil druid lady was pouring stuff into, or did we destroy the vats that she was?
Yeah, that was the one next to it that Serenity destroyed.
I'm good.
Finn
Problem solved.
would gesture at the wine vat because he has to, and says, "Ranger, is there anything? If this one was poisoned before we arrived, could you discern whether or not that it was poisoned? Discern is
I
much
know.
too big of a word for Finn to use."
Can you detect poison?
Yeah.
I could in a less magical way than you would assume.
Hey, whatever works.
So to detect if something is poisoned, not using a magical detect poison spell because
Yeah.
don't got that. Would I drink a small amount and use some sort of skill
Sure.
of some sort?
Yeah, maybe.
Survival could be used for once in the game.
Yeah, I could see you using survival or nature or even just perception, but I know you have survival.
How about like a medicine check?
Yeah, that would work too.
Okay, I'm gonna do survival.
And that's a wisdom skill, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I have some proficiency in that. I'm not terribly wise, hence the drinking of poison wine.
Survival never gets to get used, so hey.
So I take a wine skin in and I sort of dip it in and I give it a sniff and and take a small drink and roll a 25.
Whoa!
Nice.
So
That was actually a pretty difficult roll, but you more than beat the DC. Yes, it has been poisoned. You would not want people drinking this.
very good. I wish to destroy the vat.
Can I cleanse the poison? And then we can have the wine.
Yes.
Mule steps in as I take a sword up to it.
I don't know if I have that yet at level 5.
Yeah, purify food and water.
Yeah, that would work if that's a spell anyone has.
Nope.
I don't have any spells prepared.
You don't have any prepared?
No,
Or you
just
don't
the
have
ones
that
are
one?
always prepared. I was totally unprepared.
The mists are very disconcerting.
Yeah.
Disorienting.
Well, if Steve's going to take an hour to attune to his sword, you could prepare spells.
Okay, I'm actually not seeing any kind of... Oh yeah, purify food and drink. Yeah, sure. I'll get that prepared. It's a first level spell.
Because I could always just attack it with Vim and Vigor. I don't like the impure wine.
Yeah,
But your way does make less splashiness.
Well, and remember,
It's only,
part of your mission here is to get the wine flowing again, and already 3 of the 4 fermentation vats have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Good point.
It was like that when we got here.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Heck yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what you mean the random dead people are around.
Yeah, I mean, if people are running the risk of drinking this poison wine, then I mean, it's very much my duty to kind of purify it and make sure that it's safe for them.
Sure.
Especially since we already know that it's poison.
Well, Naevin will go and thank you, Mule, for taking that option.
Wow, paladins, man. So yeah, I guess I'll prepare that while he's attuning the sword.
Cool. Let me roll to see if anything happens.
I wasn't even going to worry about doing the sword yet, but since we are, I
We'll
will.
see whether the tactical nuke under the winery goes off.
All right.
Oh,
So
Steve, you may miss. No, sorry. Anyways.
I was just gonna say you guys can spend an hour doing that, and no one's gonna harass you.
Cool. Don't get harassed.
All right. So Mule, you're gonna cast the spell on the vat of wine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you pray to Shantea to purify this wine of any poison or any nasty things that might be in it. And as you guys watch, this golden light kind of settles on the vat, and you see this green, like syrupy liquid like start floating up in like these goblets and drops from the vat and start coalescing in this golden light. And
Ooh, can I grab some?
With your mouth?
No, with like a wineskin or a flask or something like that.
A bucket?
Sure.
A bucket.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can try.
Cool. All right. What do I need to roll to get mystical poison from a deity?
Make just like a dex attack roll, dex based attack roll. Yeah.
All right.
I roll to attack the poison.
Attack the poison.
Shoot the poison.
Oh
out
my
of your
god.
veins.
Are you gonna roll below 20 tonight, Craig?
I rolled 2 19s.
Yeah. You totally scoop up some of the poison. And you do it just in time, because as soon as you scoop up your poison, it seems like all of it has been drawn up out of the vat, and it looks an amount equivalent to the size of the vessel that you saw this druid pouring into the other vat. And then the golden light kind of burns it away until there's nothing left. But you gotta sample.
Cool.
Take it back to the lab.
Well, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm sure if I coat an arrow in it and shoot at somebody, it'll do something.
So, Craig, just for future reference, the poison, as far as the mechanics of it, has the same effects as a potion of poison.
Flask. Okay, so I have a potion of poison.
Which here, I'll tell you what that is, because I don't even know. All this new 5th edition stuff. Potion of poison. Oh, it does 3d6 poison damage.
Nice.
Every turn if you fail your save.
All you have to do is coat it in an arrow and then shoot it down their throat.
Oh no, I don't want to poison you. I've hardly known you long enough to want to poison you.
No, not me.
So far, you've been fairly useful.
Oh, that's a pretty cool poison. So basically, you make a saving throw. If you fail, you take 3d6 damage, and then the next turn you have to make this, and you keep doing this. Every time you succeed the save, the damage goes down by a d6. So you actually have to succeed 3 times before you're completely.
But you don't take the damage when you succeed, right?
I think if you succeed at the first one, you don't.
What page is that the
you
player's
take-
handbook?
It's in the DMG.
Like, if you succeed the first one, or if you succeed say you fail the first one, and you succeed the second one, do you take 2d6 or do you take nothing and it goes down?
You take 2d6.
Okay, so
What page in the DMG is that for my reference?
188. Potion of poison.
Fusion of poison.
Well,
Oh, so
like-
the save is to avoid the poison condition. So you take the damage regardless. But every time you do save, it reduces the damage by 1. And once you reduce it to 0, then you're not poisoned anymore.
Wow, that is good. Good call.
Yeah.
I saw poison. I'm like, I want some poison.
Oh, and I'm going to give Mule inspiration for thinking to purify the wine.
Oh, excellent.
That's very paladin-like. The Mardikovs will be very happy that at least some of the wine survived.
Now, do we have to tell them that some of the wine survived?
Well, there's way more here than you could drink. This is a huge fermentation
Oh, we
vat,
could cart it, but we could put it together and cart it and sell it ourselves.
And it's not finished yet. It probably tastes a little green if you drink it now. I mean, you could definitely drink it, get drunk, but wouldn't be the best wine. Needs to be aged.
It's better than it was 5 minutes ago, though.
This is true. It won't kill you, at least.
There's 6 of us. Couple days. Oh yeah, we can finish that.
You can do it. All right.
I say we head downstairs. Let's go.
I like downstairs.
Downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go down the ramp or the stairs?
Killing the stairs. I ain't no barrel.
Doing the stairs.
You guys go down the ramp.
All right. So this will be below you. Boom. There we go.
Hey, our horse made it down here.
Yeah.
How the
What
horse
is
get
the
down here so
horse
quickly?
doing down there?
The horse can dig. It has a burrow speed.
I don't know what's going
well
on.
spent money on that horse thing.
Your horse is really a dragon polymorphed. You just don't know it yet.
Oh, that's awesome. Actually, not really, because I've been kind of mean to that horse.
True. It has freaked out like twice.
All right.
Because the squealing of the
All right, so you guys are going down that way. Okay, descriptions. All right, wooden pillars and beams support the 10-foot high ceiling of this ice-cold cellar, which is split in two by a 5-foot thick brick wall. A thin mist covers the floor. Each half of the cellar features an 8-foot tall wooden partition that doubles as a wine rack. The western rack stands empty, but the eastern one is filled with wine bottles. You see something move behind the eastern wine rack. Through the holes, you glimpse a half-dozen humanoid figures, one with a full rack of antlers. You hear a gravelly voice mutter the words of a spell.
Shoot it! Shoot it hard!
Blow it up.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, you guys can roll initiative.
We saw them behind the wine racks in the other room. What?
Keen elven eyes.
Teen.
Well, this was after you guys had moved to that part of the room, obviously.
Oh. Okay, now we're in here, guys.
Or at least one of you is.
Finn's in here, guys.
The point man.
My initiative is
Alright.
terrible.
Better than Mule.
I've
Mule's
got
not even
a
on the
-1 to
map.
initiative.
Yeah, Mule isn't going to be going first very much, I don't think. Just to warn you
Join
guys.
us on the map, Mule.
Yeah.
It's fucking Thorn guys.
Yeah.
Help!
Oh
Help!
yeah, do I have a... Let me see if I have a picture of these guys. I might have already showed you. Oh, here's... This is not them, but these are the ones you guys fought before.
Yeah, we saw these. The twins.
So these guys...
Take one home.
Might be... Let me see if I can find a picture.
Feed it your own blood. Keep it
These
in
guys
the
are
basement.
more needly.
Great.
They're covered in like needles, like what do you call them? Thorns.
I was gonna say that thorny.
Thorny.
When we level up, do we get health up to our max automatically?
No.
No.
No. All right.
So
We
that
took short
guy.
rests.
That's what they look like. That cute guy right there. Oh yeah.
Oh. Super friendly looking.
Oh yeah. He just wants to cuddle. All
He
right.
looks like someone willing to talk.
All right. So Ren actually is the first one that can. Oh, hang on. I need Fion. She might do something amazing. You never know.
She did before. She was like the most competent of us all.
She just played dead and then rolled away and then took pot shots.
Yeah. That
Oh,
was
that last
confident.
fight, she did kind of get smacked around that last fight.
There we go.
That's okay. Now we have a mule.
All right, so yeah, Ren, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
All right, I am going to cast Magic Weapon. Actually, I don't need to cast Magic Weapon. I got a Magic Weapon now. All right, I'm going to go into Blade Dance, and then I am going to be done.
Okay, you still have your regular action, I think, don't you?
Yeah, but I'll stick with right there for now.
Okay. Naevin.
All right. Well, Naevin's going to move up here. Can I? Well, actually, I'll just move here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 30 feet. I'll fire. Can I shoot that guy or that guy?
You ignore cover, right?
Yep.
So you can shoot any of them you want. You can shoot like between the bottles. That's how awesome you are.
I am known for my awesomeness. So I guess I shoot the guy who's casting the spell because I don't like.
Sure.
So just firing a standard longbow shot.
That will definitely hit.
I don't get sneak attack on my very first shot, do I? Like before initiative or anything like that?
You're not an assassin.
Yeah,
No?
only
Okay,
if
I
you're
didn't think so.
if you're attacking out of hiding or he's flanked or something like that.
That makes sense. Okay, so 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And I get a second shot because it's my first action of the game. 17.
That hits as well.
Another 7 points of damage. And 1, 2, and I will jump to here and there we go.
Okay. So Naevin like dashes into the room, puts 2 arrows between wine bottles into this guy's chest, and you see, well, those of you in the room see blood like bubbling out around the arrows, and then he dashes back into the other room. Because he's a very fleet-footed elf.
I'm a night stalker. I like standing in the dark and firing arrows that nobody knows where they come from.
Time for Finn to get turned into a fine paste.
Hey, I didn't say run into that room by yourself.
Well, someone had to make the combat make sense.
This combat makes complete sense when they don't know where you are. You can just hit them.
All right. Blight number 1 is going to run up and claw at Finn.
Fuck you.
He rolls a 12.
Nope.
Needle 2 and 3 are going to stay where they're at, and they actually are able to shoot needles out of their hands, and they fire needles at you. However, you're going to have some cover. So we'll say +2 to your armor class. So let's see. The first one rolls a 12. The second one rolls a 20.
Hit me.
And actually, the third one is going to do the same thing. 14 probably misses. So 20 hits you even with the +2?
Yep. That makes me AC 18.
All right. So Needle hits you for 5 piercing.
Ouch.
And now the druid finishes his spell. And you hear this loud boom, like a thunderclap, and shards of wine rack shrapnel and wine bottle shrapnel and wine go everywhere. And let's see, that shatters 39 of the wine bottles.
No, not the wine.
And that is why I let the monsters come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to seize them behind the wine racks.
Yeah, that's right.
Is there light down here, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
The area where the druid is lit. The room that you guys are in is not, but there's probably enough light kind of spilling in that you can at least see somewhat if you don't have dark vision.
He's an elf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're elves. We're fine.
The
I
human
actually was hoping for the other one, sure.
All right.
Except for
Mule, on the other hand, is running into stuff.
like a mule in a china shop.
Yeah.
Mule in a wine shop. There we go.
All right, so Nathan, make a Constitution saving throw.
I am constitutional, sir.
Oh, no problem. So you're going to take half damage, and you
First
won't.
level fighter, Constitution proficiency.
You will not be shoved. So this is thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
10.
So I
You've
take
been
half, did you say?
thunderstruck. Yeah, so you take 5.
Boom. And you know what? I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling it. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. There it is. Boom, baby. Save 14 dexterity.
All right, the druid
Hellish rebuke.
saves. He makes it.
Succeeds. Takes 5 fire damage.
5 fire. All right, so now in addition to 2 arrows sticking out of him, he's singed. This druid has this crazy like deer antler hat on, and he's got this huge bushy beard that just goes out in all directions, and his beard is now gone. It's been burned off of his face, and there's the stench of burning hair. And it's actually your turn, Finn, or was that your turn?
Oh, no, that was my reaction.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to.
So the wine rack
cast
is no longer
spell.
there. It's been destroyed.
You know what? Well, boom, mirror image.
Oh.
Why not? So my action is I make duplicates of myself, and I'm going to stand where I am. That's fine.
Okay. So how many images do you have?
So I have 3 duplicates
Cool.
around myself. So Finn centers himself, and you see these murky shadows of himself just like pull away, like someone's ripping, like a sticky substance from something, and they just form into, shimmering shapes of himself.
Gross.
Hey, man.
This is a nasty shell game.
That is my turn.
Okay,
Finn's
so
power
you're
comes from a terrible curse.
okay. So you're showing me I need to roll 6 or higher to hit you, right?
No, you have to. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to roll. If you roll higher than a 6, you hit a duplicate. You have to roll lower than a 6. You want to roll low because I have 3 duplicates. So the number to hit becomes easier. The more duplicates I have, the easier it is to hit a duplicate. Harder to hit me.
Makes sense.
Oh, you rolled a d20. I was thinking I rolled it. That's what's confusing me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. That's kind of a cool how that works. That seems simpler than the way it used to work, where like we had to roll to see which one it hit you, or which one it hit. All right, so Fion. What is Fion gonna do?
Did she try to get any hit points back on that couple hour break? You still have her, I think, at 1.
Yeah, I thought I rolled hit dice for her, but they're not there anymore. Well, I'll just roll again. Let's see. She's got a D8. So yeah, I guess I'll just spend enough of them to get her somewhere better. Get her in a better place. Oh, let's do another one. It's still not. Yeah, I know I did this last time. I don't know why it's not on there.
Well, you did it for the fight with the 30, but you didn't do it after the second fight.
Oh, okay. All right. So there, she looks better. She's going to run up and be all brave and attack this one that's on Finn.
Be brave. Help the guardsman.
With her rapier. 12 actually hits it, believe it or not.
Wow.
And let's see, do they have any weird things? No. So 10 damage. Yeah, she fucks that one up pretty bad. She like shoves her rapier through its body and it kind of twitches. She pulls it out and her rapier has all this like thick sap on it. Mule.
Okay. Well, I guess I will go ahead and jump in as well.
Sweet.
So that's... Make sure I can get there. Yeah, it's only 25 feet. So I'm just going to move up and poke at the one that's already injured with my glaive.
Okay.
So I'll just go ahead and make an attack.
That is a hit for 7.
Okay.
That-
Is that going to kill it?
Yes, that does. How do
Okay.
you want to do this? Did I get it right this time?
I don't.
Do what?
No?
I
That's
don't
not
think
right?
so. Plus, he only does that for like big enemies.
Well, this is his first kill. I think that's a big enemy.
Okay. In that case, I yell, "I've pulled thornier weeds out of a pumpkin patch. Give me a real fight."
Nice. So you just cleave this thing like completely in half with your glaive. I mean, it's well, I guess it's human size, but small human size. So there's not a lot to it. All right, back to Serenity.
Now you said that centerpiece is gone now.
The wine rack that they're standing behind, not the wall.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is there's nothing right here?
Right. Yep, that's gone.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna come up and I'm going to attack the evil druid with booming blade.
Okay. That is a hit.
For a 10, and I'm done. 4 piercing, 1 thunder.
And would
And
you
then the
like
other
to
5.
describe the killing blow?
She just comes running up with the shiny sword and does a spin move and just takes his head clean off, rolling right in front of the other 2 to the right.
Awesome.
Now, booming blade doesn't do. Does it do thunder damage when it first hits?
It does when you're at
it
level
doesn't
5.
hit level. Yep, you're right. Just like green flame.
All right, Naevin.
All right. If I move here, can I hit anything, or do I have to move into the room? Can I move through people?
Yeah, it just takes twice as much movement. It's considered difficult terrain. As long as it's someone friendly to you, you can move through them.
All right. I'll move here,
Okay.
I guess. Can I attack while I'm in somebody else's spot?
Yeah, if it's a ranged attack, no. Well, yeah, you just can't end your turn in their spot.
All right. So I'm going to move to, because I'll lose my token if I move it to where Mule is. Because I'll be stacked. So I'm going to be where Mule is.
Okay.
And just take a shot at the druid's dead, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to take a shot at that guy with a sharpshooter. Actually, I'm going to shoot at that one because then I'll get sneak attack because they're in connection with an ally.
Okay.
So 22 doing 27 damage.
Yeah, you annihilate that thing. Your arrow hits it and like pins it to the wall. Like it flies back and it's like pinned to the wall like a bug on a bug collection.
I will not hear the abhorrent.
Now you're at Ulysses levels of sharpshooter.
I will move
He
here.
jumped on Mule's shoulder, fired the shot, jumped off his shoulder, backflip, and hit.
Seriously. So then I'm going to move here and hide. Sorry, what's hide again? Is it stealth?
Stealth, yeah. Cool.
17 to hide.
And Craig, are you trained in acrobatics?
Yep.
You can actually use acrobatics to move through an opponent's square in the same way.
Okay.
which is fun
Dad tumble.
and very wood elfy.
That is. So I spin in, fire a shot, and then dive out and hide in the corner.
Nice. All right, so the blights. Let's just delete the druid. Blights are going to attack. This guy's going to run up and attack Fionn.
Gosh,
So,
I feel like
I've got Polearm Mastery. When it enters my reach, I'm able to make an attack of opportunity against it. So can I go ahead and do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Sweet.
So I'm going to take a swing at it with my Silver Glaive. Is 11 even going to hit?
It just misses it.
Okay.
You shaved some foliage off of it, but it didn't hurt it. It swings at Fionn with its claws and misses. It just kind of scratches off her leather armor. This other one is going to attack Serenity. Oh,
baby.
There we go. First crit of the night. So this is a claw. Whoa, almost max damage. 15 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Or no, piercing, if it matters. And this last one is going to step down to here, and he's going to shoot some needles at Finn. Pew, 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 and miss.
Okay. Well, to be fair, he would have hit me. Okay. So swinging furiously at this one right here, kaboom! Miss fantastically. Into my turn. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna end my turn. I'm gonna walk this way. Boop! Attack me.
All right.
You won't.
I will. Oh, that's gonna hit something.
It hit a duplicate. My
All right.
duplicate pops.
Pop.
I have 2 duplicates now.
I think since this is Ravenloft, that when one of your duplicates is killed, it actually screams this horrible agonized scream, like it's actually dying.
I love it.
So good.
It's like, no, I was so young.
Or it melts away in the cheesy version of Evil Dead.
Yeah, that's up to Nathan.
It was only 12 seconds old.
It had so much to live for.
I know, you could at least let it get laid once first. I mean, come on.
Nobody gets laid in Barovia.
That's right. Only Strahd.
Even he got rejected.
All right, Fionn is going to take a swing, or a stab, I guess I should say, with her rapier. Oh, that'll hit. Man, she's awesome with that rapier. For 6 damage. And it's back to Mule.
All right.
I'll have her move over. Get out of the way, woman!
Okay. In that case, I'm going to step over here and take another swing at that blight. Or it's not a blight, it's a thorn guy, right?
Yeah, it's a type of blight. It's a
thorn
needle,
guy is like what my grandmother
blight.
would call them. So I'll take a swing.
That's lovely.
So close.
That's twice you've rolled 11.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
You shave another one.
Shave off a single thorn.
That's right. Serenity.
Alright, I'm gonna
Serenity mad.
stab the one who stabbed me.
All right.
For
Kaboom!
21.
Holy crap.
Ooh,
Max damage. 8
That is-
plus 8
wow.
plus 5.
That's awesome.
So how do you want to do this, Steve? This sounds like a good one.
It hit her, and she just got so pissed that she jumped on top of this thing and just started stabbing it. Right into it.
And it goes boom.
Leaves and thorns all over the place.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
she's
if
ripping
there's
this thing apart.
If there's anybody in this place that didn't know you guys were here, between the Thunderwave and the Booming Blades, they know you're here now.
The wine bottles that are still in the racks are just like shaking violently every round.
That's awesome. All right, Naevin.
All right, Naevin is going to pull a somersault to get into this particular space.
Okay.
Bring an arrow out and shoot at that one there.
All right, cool.
Actually, I'm going to roll there and shoot there, so I don't have an attack of opportunity.
Well, it'd be a disadvantage, not an attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't actually attack around the corner, so you'd be safe up one if you wanted. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. You've got tons of range.
You. Nor us. You can thread the needle.
I can thread the needle indeed.
You curve the bullet.
And I take a sharpshooter action with advantage because I came out of hiding.
Boom!
24 points of damage.
Okay, it doesn't matter, but in those instances you don't actually have advantage.
I don't?
Because you're in combat, it's really difficult to hide from things in combat. Like, they're going to see you coming.
I was in a different room.
Yeah, but as soon as you come in line of sight, it's going to see you. Unless you're invisible or something.
Oh, so, okay. That makes a difference.
I mean, it doesn't matter because the 21 was the first number, so.
True enough.
Yeah, once things are engaged in combat, they're very aware of their surroundings, and only in certain situations will you be able to sneak up on something that's already in combat. Okay. Now, if you were farther, like if you were outside and you were farther away, that would be different.
Okay.
Or like actually trying to hide and not get advantage. I think is how it works now.
Yeah, but you're only like 20 feet away, so.
Okay. Because one of my special rules as a guy is that I can take a bonus action to hide at every turn.
Yeah, that's going to be DM Fiat because I guess by the rules you could, but you can do it. Just like halflings can hide behind people and get their attack, it doesn't matter. But it's fine.
It doesn't really make a difference. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? We can come back to this after we finish the
combat. Yeah, it's just more
because it does matter.
Anyways, he's dead.
Yeah, he is very dead. You pin that one to the wall.
I compost that specifically.
All right, there's one needle blight left. He's gonna attack Mule. 16, does that hit you? Probably not.
16 does not hit.
All right, just bounces off your armor. I'm sure you're wearing some kind of awesome armor, right?
It's my grandfather's splint mail.
Nice. Yeah, he cannot penetrate it. All right, Finn.
Okay, can I hit something? I doubt it. But, okay, so Eldritch Blast. Wham!
Whoa!
So, Finn's Eldritch Blast has changed. It used to hurt him, but now a fine aura goes around his sword, and then he swings it, and it cuts this purple rend out of the air that flies, smashes into the creature.
Awesome. You end it. Just fry it.